I've already got some dank stuff patched up, but I kind of almost don't want to play it yet, because then I'll ruin it. But I got a really cool percussion setup going. We're at a chill 80 BPM, and we're swinging it today. So there's that. And one of my tricks is going to be to match up the swing of the vector, because it's got an internal swing, so I just give it a 16th note clock and let it do its thing internally. It doesn't like a swing clock. It's not too happy with that. I think. I don't know if I've tried it since the Vector 1. This is the Vector 2. Maybe it works better with a swing clock. Because it'd be cool if Pam's was supplying the same amount of, like, shuffle for everything. That would be really, really nice. Well, there's only one way to try it. Let's get a bass part program. Okay, I got it. Let me give you the percussion, okay, and like the feel of what we're going for here. All right. I'm not sure if they're perfectly synchronized yet or not. 2, 3, and 4, and 1. That's better. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jason. Hey, Cal. What's going on? Hope y'all are having a chill day. I had a real chill day, actually. A little bit of knuckleheadism. Some weird happenings today. But if you know me personally, I'd be happy to tell you about it, but I'm not going to mention it over the airwaves here. Oh, man. Anyways, so we got... Oh, yeah, I wanted to... Yeah. We got a little pitch shifting on the snare. And we just 4 on the floor, which I might change. I don't know yet. But check this out, number 1. So I'm feeding swing clock to gamut repetitor, and it's doing the job. This isn't quite synced yet. Damn. Come on, reset. Yeah, it's not quite... I thought I had it before, but... Let's see. We're going to try to just get it. Nope. See, now it's late. So sensitive. Oh, it's almost there. There it is. So what I'm doing is I'm changing the start point by just a tiny, tiny amount. I kind of like that. It's late. It's like... dragging behind the beat. God, it makes me want a Stolper Beats. I think I'm going to get a Stolper Beats. Beginning of next month. I hope that I don't get tariff destroyed. If that's the case, I'll look for a used one. But this... boom, 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 boom. Like little ride. So the ride is being driven by the probabilistic generator. That has its own built-in swing, which is interesting, to say the least. It can go to some insane levels. But just a little bit. I just put on a little bit, and it's like, It hit that spot, It scratched the belly that I didn't know needed to be scratched. Yeah. Ever show you guys a picture of my pups? I don't think I have. Here. Show you a quick picture of my puppies. All right. This is a very special time. In fact, I happen to be wearing the exact same shirt. These are two beasts that really like to get their bellies scritched and scratched. That is, those are two Pomeranians, and they're both really unusual coloring and everything. And yeah, they're just a load of fun. But anyways, that belly scratching comment just made me go, "Aw, I kind of miss my pups." Yeah, we need a bass line though, right? We definitely need a bass line. Absolutely. Bass line. Let's just power down. No, let's not power down clock for now. No, it's done. It's already been done. It's too late. You know what I wish the Stardust had is like a lock switch, like a switch on it, just chonk, and like none of the parameters worked. That would be amazing. Yeah, I didn't think I would as much. I've always been fans of like big floofy dogs. But my girlfriend lives on a second floor, and at any time that she's gonna have to like carry them up and down the stairs, and she's like, "No, I can't." It's like just I literally can't do it. And you know, ooh, nice, Sean, nice. Although I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think Youngling is highly overrated and overhyped. It, I don't get the fervor. Same with Spotted Cow. I'm gonna go on the record with that one too. You know, you can take your Spotted Cow. I'm gonna go probably not drink anything because I haven't like had it. Well, no, I've had a couple of Guinnesses in the last like 3 months, but that's about it. But yeah, I used to be a big beer fan, and not so much anymore. I just fell out of it. Okay, let's get this bass line instead of talking. Who's gonna play the bass line is the question. I want to use the Oscar Tria for chords. I want to try that. I could obviously do chords on like the Demon Core or even the thing, the Z-Cal dimension. Or even a chainsaw if we wanted to get super stupid with it. Um, well, I had a tough. Well, it's not really a subscription. There's an app called Tavour, Tavour, and what you do is you just look on there like every few days, and they would have a new selection of stuff, and you basically just say like, okay, add one of these to my crate or whatever, and then like once a month they ship you a crate of just this total variety, and their prices were not that bad. Um, Considering like shipping costs for stuff like that. And I never had anything arrive broken or anything. So it was pretty cool, you know. Yeah, about how I had one of my sliders up and it was playing like a half step above the root, and then I completely forgot about one of the leads and stuff, and I shaved off 7 minutes out of my set. That would be the narration of just like whatever. This is not something we wanted to hear. We now know what's inside of the sausage. Okay. What were we doing? Oh yeah, baseline. I was trying to figure out like I think maybe just my standard delicious chainsaw sub. There's nothing wrong with that. Except it like automatically uses up one of my bestest filters and stuff. That'd be the only issue. I wonder then. We could keep the bass mono. Mono! But I do love the stereo. Um, hmm. Will a cool funky bass sound cooler stereo? Or would it sound cooler in mono? Mono! Uh, I feel like mono is like trying it just because it's there. It's like that old joke. Why does a dog lick its balls? Because it can. And so I think I'm just going to go with tried and trusty. Chainsaw stereo pan super saws, bro. Bro. Those super saws are skibbity riz. Bruh. Sorry, not sorry. If I have to live through it, then you can have some too. It's so Sigma. Fuck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna burn in hell. What do we use? What do we use? What do we use? What do we use? Yeah, I think we're gonna go A121S actually. If I could do that, I can get away with shorter cables, which is nice. So you've got that going for you, which is not a bad thing. I made a funny today in class, at least I thought so, and the kid was just like, "What?" And I thought that was even funnier, and I ended up just laughing at him and sort of like walking away. I just walked up and I was like, "Hey, what's shaking?" He was like, "Huh?" Like, "What's shaking?" "Huh?" And I was like, it looked like I looked thoughtful for a minute, and then I was like, what did I say? It was like, "What object is oscillating in physical space?" And he just was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Hey, that should be our new saying. What object is oscillating in physical space? All our bass belong to us." Are you gonna reach? Or are you gonna be a dick? Oh, you're gonna be a delightful cable. That's what you're gonna be. Good job, little buddy.
Good job, little buddy. Hooray!
Now we just need some gates, and I mean, we'll go 16 long here. I kind of already have a pattern in mind. Again, we are in B flat Dorian right now, you know? So, hey Jojo. B flat Dorian. So we're gonna we got a little Indian flair. We got a little a shuffle going on. We got kind of a. I'm not gonna say. I am. I'm gonna say it, but I don't mean it is like a sort of a vague hip hop vibe. More just the tempo. Like this could easily be like, let's throw some 808 kick on it, and 30-second note hi hats, and then just be like, cool, bro. And then I'll pretend like I'm singing over it, and then you just like pitch correct me so I sound robotically perfect. And then we'll be a hit with all of the 13-year-olds. There it is. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to hook up my looper too. I can't forget that. Kind of an important thing. There you are. There you are. This filter is a little tricky. It's got these two SFM knobs, and essentially what they are is individual CVs for each channel. They're also daisy chained, which is great, but these knobs are offsets. So like the CFM, this one doesn't have an offset, right? So it just kind of does its thing. What did I have? One could do this with like step lengths and stuff. Okay, let's just get the note structure. Boom, E flat 4, D flat 4, C5. Yeah, okay, now that's right. C5, A flat 4, and then F4. I feel like this whole thing is going to need to be brought down an octave. Now, if we just did like step lengths, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 1 2. Let's try that. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 2. Okay, and if we just made this 6 long, that could actually accomplish what we need. It would be kind of cool to do like a long part. I think I can go longer on this. Yeah, I've got this set at 32, so we could go like 24 and have like a 4-part really long sequence. And then all we need to do is turn on all of the gates, right? Now, swing. We need to go to global. Thirty's a nice sweet spot. It's just a little bit of shuffle. There we go. Yeah, it takes it a second. It took it a few repetitions to kind of settle into a groove. It was a little strange. You'd expect it to be instant, but I guess it makes sense. It's got to kind of calculate it, you know. Now we need a longer envelope. Okay, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. But here's the thing, right? I need to go. So 3 4 4 2 1 2. Oh, you see, no, that's not going to be exactly the right way to do this. Three, 4, 4 is going to start each one. So this is going to be 3, 4, 4. And then we might as well do pitch while we're there. So B flat 2, B flat through 3, boom. D flat 4, boom, 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 ba-dum, dum, dum, boom, bum, bum, boom, boom, dun, bum, da-dum, dum, bum, bum, ba-ba-da-dum, bum, or something like that, you know? Okay, you know what I mean? You feel me? And then this is going to be E flat, and this needs to be 2, and this needs to be 3, and then this needs to be F, and then 1 2 3 4 4 again. So 3 4 4, boom 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 boom, 2, boom 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 boom, baby boop boop Boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. There it is. 25 steps long. But it's totally like cheesing it, so to speak. It's just I'm being weird about it, like the pitch and stuff, and how these parts are all arranged. Now I got to be super careful. Boom, 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 boom. This one isn't done yet, so boom, boom. And this is going to be a copy of the first one. So we're going to go C4 and then A flat and then to an F. Boom. 2, 3. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. So we're going to go boom, 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 A flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go boom, boom, boom. Oh no, what happened? What's going on? Why can't I edit step 25? What is wrong? Did I mess something up? Oh, there it is. So they're A flat 2. Okay. Let's test this. Hey, Alex. Yeah, man, I listened to that tune that you posted. And this is an almost impossible question to answer unless you knew his gear list, which sometimes is not hard to find out, right? But the thing is, you can do that with almost any oscillator filter combo with the right modulations. You just have to like learn how to do that stuff and like you gotta play with it until you get that magical combo. Know what I mean? Yeah. That's a successful bass line, if I do say so myself. And the fact that we've got swing going, which is a happy thing. All right, cool. I got a loop going right now. We need to do something with that before it explodes in a blinding flash of nuclear fusion. That actually won't happen, by the way. I'm just joshing you about that. So they think. Man, I kind of hate putting it into the Zagreb because the Zagreb doesn't have any input gain, and that pisses me off. Let's use the piston Honda, because it'll reach, and it's in a good place. I'm seriously considering getting a second Ikari and just slotting it in right here. There's a blank panel already there, like just 8 HP blank, just chunk, plop, done. Well, again, Wogglebug is a source of random. Where you get sources of random, like tons of places. If you've got a PAMS Pro, you've got a source of random right there. So I mean, like that might cover half of your needs right there. If you just took a PAMS Pro and used it solely as a modulation source, like a timed modulation source, I mean, it's almost approaching the Maestro territory in terms of like flexibility and stuff, and it has 2 more outputs than that. So. I don't know, man. It's a very, very patch specific question, and it can be done like a number of ways. So, all right, what do we got here? We got nothing. We got absolute bupkis. Cool, bro. Cool sound, dude. Why are you being an asshole? Did you like... Oh, motherfucker. I screwed up. I need to record my samples. Yep. That's what I thought you said. Yeah, I didn't turn on the regeneration at all. I had it turned down all the way, so in case it captured random stupid things like me talking right now, then it wouldn't record into the loop. And I forgot to turn it back up, so everything that I had recorded just dissipated into the cosmos. Good job. All right. Here we go. Now I got to stop talking. okay. Keeping in mind nothing's synchronized right now. Okay. Enough of a spoiler. No more spoilers. Yeah. Yeah, but the Woggle Bug is a really good module, too. I mean, you know, nothing wrong with that. Well, Jojo, if you're thirsty, I have a little song for you. Oh, if you're thirsty, drink some water. If you're thirsty, oh my God, drink some motherfucking water right now. That's all I got so far, but I think it's going to be a hit. We do these things on occasion, okay? Just, you're going to have to get used to it. By the way, I finally brought my buyers, my DT1990 open backs here to the studio. And fuck, I'm going to have to buy another pair. Because these are awesome, and they sound really good, and I like the open backness of them. I've got some focals here, and I don't really like them for this. They're giant, you know, sound fields. Excellent, Jared. Sugar in water. By the way, let's change filter types. Unfortunately, I need my old man glasses to read that dang screen. Oh my God, she tiny. We can change filter types and be like bandpass with some high resonance. Just kind of curling around. Throw a bunch of delay on it. Instant atmosphere. Oh, fuck. Let's do that. Let's find sort of like a mid-range here. We'll just stick a slow LFO on that there flitter frequency. That's not that slow. That one.
That's the good one.
Basically becomes a phaser. You can do crazy stuff too. Because, comb filter. When your comb filter turns into a delay. my god, what is happening? Let's go back to that bandpass. Suddenly the shrooms kick in. Anyways. I would agree with you there, Jojo. But for actually creating, I mean, it totally depends on the person. You can't make a blanket statement, right? It helps me. It helps me loosen up at the very least. I actually get more focused. Distracting thoughts don't come in as much. You know, there's like, I find a lot of benefits. But again, that's me. And it doesn't have to be anybody else. And it's legal. So, let's make some other parts here. I'm going to start with I think part 5. And I kind of want to do a nice FM part, but to have a lot of space in it. So boom, boom, ba boom. Just like simple, kind of a one note thing. So, boom, see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, boom, da, da, da. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can do the same kind of deal with this. So then we can go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 dun, dun, boom. 13 steps long, because that makes sense. But that's okay. We can be like boom, boom, ba-dum, 2, 3, 4. We need gates. Then 1 there, but not there or there. Then we need here. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Wait, we need one here. Step length. Son of a... I'm screwing it all up here. I was on the wrong page. Low. We don't need that gate because that's just confusing. All right. And then we route the cables. And we will route them to the pizza. Because the pizza is grand. And the pizza is life. And the pizza is actually, it's sort of just it's just another oscillator, man. But it's FM and it's got a built-in envelope. And it's got a lot of cool features. You know what I mean? Cool features are cool. There's our volt per octave there. And, here's my question. I had a wonder about. The wonder about was, does the sea legs respond to a swing clock? Well, we're about to find that out. Let's see what we got. That is a negative. In fact, it doesn't sound particularly happy. It sounds like there's some weird digital glitches buried in there. I think I'm right. Tough noogies! That's what I say. Okay, I mean, that's cool. Start. That's better. We'll throw it through Wave Shaper a little bit. We could put a little scruff on it and then filter it. I kind of like that idea. Let's do that. Let's just throw it through the 860, just like a low pass. Maybe it'll boost a little bit of gain too. And let's put the input into the output too. That'd be helpful. All right, cranking up the gain. And we just set it. We didn't even have to like. How pretty does the ST font sound? That is a good question. I feel like it's one of the most flexible filters that I have, so I think it can sound very nice. This needs a little movement. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the fast one here. I've got a faster LFO going. Actually kind of like make that just like a standard LFO, not put it on the clock. Just give it to, or. The water takes a swing clock because the water is a boss. Unfortunately, this here is a mono signal there. Yeah, so panning is going to happen only in the delay. I'd have to run this through a different filter. Well, you know, I could actually throw it into, actually we could throw it into the Zedul Dagger from Checkmat. I am Francois from Checkmat. Zedul Dagger might be a good thing for this. Although that means that I can't use a noise sweep later, because that filter is the perfect filter for a noise sweep. Oh, let's go Zagreb. Zagreb is good for this. Hang on a minute. We're going to repatch this, buddy. Because that's not a good, it's not a bad idea. You know, having some pan is never a bad thing. In fact, I want to try a low-pass, high-pass combo and take out a little bit of the low. So we're going to go more on the high side here. We'll go even. Okay. So the water is going to go nowhere because the cable's too short. Yes. Now let's repatch that back into CVN. And then we'll give it some metrical panning LFO, or stereo spread at least. Should be panning now. Right? Are you panning? Are you doing a thing? Are you being weird? You mean like, No, okay. That's still pretty happy. It's got a weird... It's got a weird, funky little, mid-side presence going on in my ear holes. Okay, well, we definitely need another part. So I was thinking about maybe just a real simple chord part. And I think I'll use the ST font for that. Because, well, it's a good part. It's going to be it's going to be a good part. I hope. We can actually do some, like, 7th chords and stuff with the Demon Core. That'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? We could do it also with the Oscar Tria. It sounds to me like you're just in love with the nano filter. And maybe you should talk to someone about that. Because it's mine. All mine, I tell you. Yeah, no, let's think about a chord part here. I wanted to do a chord part with the Oscar Tria, to be completely honest. So let's just rig it up. But what I'm thinking is weird. I would like to have I want to have control over the type, but I can't. The only way to do that would be with the Demon Core, which we could do. We could do both. Have one of them for longer stuff. Demon Core, like maybe like womp 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 womp, you know, like long drawn out chords and stuff. That would be cool. And then have the Oscar Tria for more of almost like a dub techno kind of a part. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. Okay, let's do the Oscar Trio one first, because that one's nice. I can just keep it on like a minor 7th and just sort of leave it there. Let it do its thing. You know? Who want that? Part 4? Sure, why not? Am I going to put an R-bar track together? I don't know if I will. I might not need to. So let's put it on part 6, because I never use part 6 for anything. And the nice thing is it's closer, because part 6 is like expander, oscillator. Let's patch this dish. Let's make it yellow. 'Cause it was all yellow. I ate a cake. I ate a cake for you. And then I went off to poo. Sing it with me. And it was all yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go here. I'm sorry. Not really though. I'm a child. Actually, do I get short cables that'll reach that? I might. It might. It might be. It could be. It is. Look at that patching efficiency. Holy crap. Will this one reach though? I think so. Yes. That makes me happy. It really does. I'm kind of funning, but like not really. But these guys are not going to reach the mixer, are they? You son of a... Just not exactly. No. No, they'll go. They in. They in. They a little tight. A little bit tight. But not bad. You know, we can actually just go like, ooch. Just ooch the skiff over an inch or so. That's 2.5 centimeters for you Europeans.
Stream Boo!
What the hell, people? That's the worst name ever. Seriously? Y'all marketing department is failing at life. Alright, we're going to first of all go into chord mode. High! Oh, high! That's a major chord. And we can go triangle, we can go square. Page 2. I can barely tell what's happening. Just give me like a C, like give me a note here. Thank you. That's a dominant seventh. Oh, what? There's our minor seventh. Okay, now, what adjusts that particular CV? Let's find out. Shall we? I think it's this guy. Or is it 3? Hang on. I might be the PWMCV. Yeah, it is the PWMCV. Oh, I guess not. What in the smeg? There we go. Okay, so now we have a little range of possibilities for the number of notes. That's a little low. Yeah, let's put no offset on it. Oh, that's lovely. Hey, Lichtenberg. Okay. I'm going to pause that for now because we need to program the rest of the notes here. So basically, I can kind of just work on like one note, just like here, a low B flat. And just be like, Gates. Dun, 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 dun. But and then like maybe on the end we'll go up to like an F. Dun, 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 dun. Like, and then we'll make it 16. Let's see how that sounds right away. Well, it would help if we had a gate and an envelope. And I think once again I can get away with short cables. Short cables got no reason to live. Got no reason to live. Wait, no, that's the one that I want. This guy. Yes. Yes. We need to do time and we need to modulate the envelope. Because we can do that. Hell, man, Zadar would do just about anything. That's why I bought the company. It's not in stereo yet. Well, it is from the oscillator. And it does have some funky effects going. Okay, see, that's too much. We're going to have to tame that just a little bit. It's going too far into the negatives. Damn it. See, still, man. It's too short. Okay, now I want to do one other thing. I'm going to run a velocity track from this guy. Now, my question is it going to send out velocity even if there is no gate attached? I guess we'll find out right now. As far as modulation, we can just go with some Some nice sweeps and stuff that are not tied to clock. Now that in resonance should be panning the resonance, you know. Okay, let's put that guy away for now, and let's get on to something else. New parts, new parts, new parts. Gamut repetitor is busy. It's busy. It's doing things. Gamut repetitor action. Here's your gamut repetitor hint for the day. Read the manual. Anyways, where were we? I just had this immediate thought of doing an R-bar spoken word thing and using it as the modulator in the MCO, like as a vocoder. And I was like, God damn it, that would be really, really cool. And now I kind of want to try it. Okay, how is this going to work? What I need is an envelope that'll sweep through the playhead like once every whole note, basically. So what I need is a whole note trigger, essentially. Oh, I have a channel of the maestro that's just not doing anything. Let's just do that. That's easy. Channel 4. Slow whole note, not smooth random. You silly, silly, silly bastard. No, we're going to go whole note, ramp down. There. Now, if I take that output and I put that there into the playhead. Oh, you're going in the opposite direction. Oh, I see. Can I make this negative? Or do I have to do a conglomeration and run it through an attenuverter? I bet you I do. You can do bipolar. You can do... Can you do negative? Boy, that'd be amazing. But... Oh, I know. Just change the shape. Instead, just do a ramp up. Instead of a ramp down, do a ramp up. Yeah. There. So now it's basically going... from the beginning all the way through up to that point. So that's about all I have to like do or say. Okay. Yeah, honestly, the Zadar would probably be the better choice. I mean, hell, I could use this to trigger it even. Just use this exact thing on a ramp down. Set up a quick chain on like whole notes and just like let it do its thing. The Zadar would probably give me more range because I think this thing only puts out 5 volts. So let's sync it to the vector then. Yeah, we'll just do a straight Okay, hang on here. Let's do a calculation. Let's science the shit out of this thing. 80 BPM. How long is each beat? How long are 4 beats at 80 BPM? How long are 4 beats at 80 BMW? Okay, you're being a real idiot now. I recorded everything. Um, PM. Thanks. That was a real time saver there. Good job. 3 seconds. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So the Vector, of course, has these nifty keen outputs, and I know I have one of them set to like just a whole note. Yeah, trigger 5 is set to a whole note. Um, cool, bro. Trigger 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trigger 5 output, and then we're going to set this at exactly 3 seconds. Not 7.666. This thing always wants me to put 666. It's really weird. That electronic got the devil in it. Okay, now this only will work as long as Das Vector is playing. So we have to go. Oh, see, and now you're being. Yeah, see, this is doing the same thing. It's hardly going up at all. And it is set to 10 volts. The problem is that the Zadar only puts out positive voltages also. We just reverse the shape of this, of course, which would be easy enough to do. But it stalls halfway. That's really weird. And why is this stalling also? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know why. It's because this thing is putting out like really long gates and then it's like stopping halfway. What? Why would that? I mean, heck, I'll just keep it in the Zeta or the Maestro then. I could run through a gate to trigger converter, but like, why have the extra cable when it's doing the exact same thing when it's going through here, and it's a little bit more dependable. So, okay, I'm just gonna record myself saying random vowel sounds loudly. That's it. It's really dumb. Okay. Random vowel sounds loudly. That was the directive. Gonna go there. And then we need to get this guy to probably to, well, maybe to a filter. We'll see how it sounds. See how it sounds direct. If it sounds like anything at all. Okay. Basically what I want to do is sort of the same thing as the other one. So I'm going to set this thing to a minor 7th chord. Let's find the Cylon. And we're going to go into chord mode. And we're going to put on our old man reading glasses because, you know, old man. 5th major, major 4, down 7, okay, but minor 7, there you go.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now, who gonna drive the part? We could do it from the SIG. I mean, it is right there. But then that becomes all like randomized and funky. I'm just going to give it a quick volt per octave output here. And we'll just throw some B flats on it and a lot of rests. Keep it super simple. And we should be getting something. No? Nothing? Okay, let me test something real quick. So that's working. Why is there no sound at all? I mean, you'd think there would be something. But there's nothing. Oh, I do have it in envelope mode, so maybe it's like expecting a trigger and it's not happy because it's not doing anything right now. Yep. Bit crushers on it. Oh, that's right, there's a problem. There we go. Francisco, mad preacher voices. I know, man, my radio music is dead, though. I pulled it. I took it out. Well, here's the real problem. The melodizer doesn't do shuffle at all. So okay, hang on. See, that's just not meshing rhythmically. Maybe here's the key. Here's the key. Here's maybe the key. What if we run this a double speed clock and put it on 8th note triplets so that basically we force this to play 16th note triplets? That might actually work. He wonders wonderingly. So we'll just give it a double speed clock, you know? But that will make that phrase a half the length. Yeah, that's not great. I mean, that's basically just playing 8th notes at this point. So, like, what's the point? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to maybe just not. Let's just give up on this idea altogether because I don't think it. For one thing, the R bar is not making a super clean sound, and it's also just not. Yeah, it's kind of not the vibe that I was after. But this might be okay. Is just another voice of some sort here. Okay. Now that's maybe the start of something. That may be the start of something interesting. But I need a thing here. What's the thing? I think it's gonna be it's gonna require some annoyingly long cable runs though. Oh well. Let's do like that into that, and then this guy into that guy. And we're gonna crank the resonance up on this thing pretty decently. So we should get some nice. Let's bipolar modulate that thing. This one was going where? This is going to the sitar loop. Yeah, it was going to that. Okay. Little FM voice. All right. Dude, I'm using 2 already. All right. Just relax. Learn your modules. I don't want to dick with the gamut repetitors, scales, and things when I'm not staying in the same like chord and everything. it doesn't want to change very easily. And I'm not going to run it like a multiple voltage sequence from someplace just to get it to change chords when I can just do it from the vector. See? We just need outputs here. And I'm debating submixer or long cables back and run them direct. I'll try the submixer for now, see how it sounds. Okay, let's transplant this into an actual sequencer part here and develop this a little bit more. Right now, it's just a sound experiment, and you know, to be frank, hi, I'm Frank. No, it's just, you know, it needs a little bit more depth. That's all. Panning the sound by using water and like positive and negative CV response on the filter. Jesus, this isn't even gonna reach. Mother puss bucket. Hey, I know. Let's run this from part 2, because that way we can just run it right from the vector right here. Pitch 2, ding into here. Or you know what? Let's simplify, man. You're living for your car. No, but seriously, let's just run a part here from the you know, the thing. Oh, I need to swing this clock too. I think the SIG will deal with swing, right? Maybe not very well. That could be arranged, actually. It's not a terrible idea. It needs not that delay. That delay just makes it a mess. Like if it's gonna do weird derpy rhythms, then let's make it, you know, not. So I don't know if the SIG deals with swing very well. It doesn't sound like it's very happy right now. You know? Um Anybody got experience with that? What was I gonna do? I was just about to do something. Oh, swap out this card. Because I happen to have the Shimmer Valhalla card sitting on the roads. And I went, oh, look, it's the Shimmer card. Okay. And then you're like, hey, it would be good with some Shimmer. I was like, yeah. Karma has already spoken. That's too loud. Buddy. Buddy. You're real loud. Buddy. Yeah. Okay. This may not even be a worthy part. I almost feel like I'm just like at a dead end with this. Well, that's really noisy. Okay, I want to turn the delay and the reverb off here. Sounds like a quad or a choir. It's wild. Okay. I'm going to do a thing with this. I think you're going to like it. Let's take the output of this. I'm just going to let it just ball up reverb. In fact, we'll go almost 100% wet. And then this is going to go through a VCA. Make sure my response is on like linear. Or do we actually, I think I actually maybe want it on like logarithmic. I think that would sound cooler. Okay. Now, what I need to be able to do here, what I need to do is to send a... I have a whole note trigger, all right? But what I want to do is send out something that's a little bit ahead of that, and I don't think I'm going to be able to, unless I use a chain on the Maestro. That's a possibility. So... yeah, let's set up a chain on the Maestro for this. Okay, and then I'm going to take the output of that, and we're going to go into, let's just go into a Quadrax envelope. And we'll stick that into the VCA CV in for both of these. Let's... oh, I haven't patched an output yet. I was like, let's turn the output level down. And that was easy. No, what I want to do is let's set the chain up first. Okay, so we're in this number 4 here, channel 4, chain. So what I want to do is be like, all right, we're going to go slow, 4 measures, low voltage, so nothing. So for 4 measures, 5 measures, 6 measures, okay, 7 measures, and then we're going to go half note low, half note square, chain, right? Okay. So what that should give me is like 2 half notes of rise at the end of every 8 measures, which should give me a nice little zip. Well, that was a little much, wasn't it? Oops. See you, Jason. Do it. Do it. There we go. There we go. That's still a little much, isn't it? That's insane. Yeah, sorry about that. It blew myself up too. If it's any comfort. that kind of killed me. That's more what I'm looking for. Right there. You know, rip. Maybe a little bit longer on the rise time. Let's adjust the wrong envelope. Let's do that. Or we can even do like, we can do a little bit of a downslope and have it be like zing. I don't like the delay. I want it to just be like zap and then it's gone. Do it.
Do it.
That's better. Okay, now, how is this timed? That is the other question. Okay, I want to stop the clock. I'm going to stop the clock. We're going to reset, and we're going to try to get everything all synced up here. Yeah, of course, the vector is not synced up. Now it's going to hit on the 4, maybe. See, that's at the beginning, and that's just not right. Maybe a little quicker on the envelope time then, huh? Just be like zap. See, that's the 4. At the end of that cycle, that's 4 measures. 4, 2, here we go. See, that's too quick. Son of a... Timings, man. Timings. Still sounds like completely distorted and awful, you know? Might just be the reverb output is like it's like too much decay and it's clipping. Why does that sound so horrible? I do not understand. Let's put this on linear. That might be part of the issue. Part of why it's so sudden and so, like, violently loud at the end and still, like, clipping. Hey, that's a little closer. A little bit more CV response time there. To be honest, almost getting towards max. This is the problem with experimentation and stuff like this. Every 8 measures, you have to wait the whole time, like every time. Yeah, that was too long. Obviously. A little bit longer. I think we're just going to stick with this, however it is. Yeah, we'll just deal with that. And then put it through a lot of reverb. Okay, good enough for now. More parts, more parts, more parts. I want to do a couple of little, I do these typical little arpeggiated analog parts and stuff usually with like the same oscillators, but I want to do something a little bit different today. I want to decouple the notes from the gates and yeah, try to give a little bit of a whirl on that sound. Let's go, okay, let's set up the back end of this first, which is going to be, oh no, my typical envelope channels are taken, oh no. Alright, so we'll use channel 1 and 2 of this Zadar, just fine, for the left and to the right. Yeah, there's an art gallery thing going on upstairs right now, so there's all kinds of random little sound blips, thumps and crunches and crashing sounds, as you tend to have in an art gallery. Okay, there's those guys. And shit balls, I'm out of yellow cables. Alright, we're just gonna go random. Yeah, we're here, so we should have sound. I wanted to make sure that they were in tune first. Sounds pretty good. Why you play G? There's no G here. Oh, I need my triggers also. Well, short cables reach. Only if we do short cable gymnastics. There. Okay. Okay, now let's set up an octave subsequence for this also. But we'll make it short, like 4, just random. Put one of these up and one of them down. Okay, now part 4. I'm going to give this guy similar treatment here. But we'll put him on 8th notes. I'm going to do octaves. And then we'll give it a 4-measure rise and fall to the overall frequency because it loves that, and so do you. Yeah. Okay. Cool, bro. What do I have for my part 8 for my demon core? I don't have anything. That's right. I never did anything with it. So that kind of maybe should come next, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, I can actually program a really cool part for this. No. 12? No. 8, I think, for each of these, except... One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do some step length. 2, 3, 1, ba, da. Dun, dun. Basically make it, we could make it 6 for now. Step length. Dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. We go up to another note here, and we add the octave. Yeah. And then here we go 10. But we're going to go 3 and 7. This could work. How come you're not playing? Just hit play. Oh, because it's on super slow mode. That's why. Yeah, we need 16th notes again. Why are you not playing? Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, clock is on. Everybody should be... Oh, now you're working. You know, I'm gonna reverse my decision on this part. I'm gonna redo this thing. I'm just gonna give it... I'm gonna make these nice and long. Like, we'll go like just like whole notes. We'll use this as more of a pad than anything, and we'll forget the step lengths. Let's just reset them all back to 1. And then gates, we don't need those guys. And we'll make these gates pretty long. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. I think this is a better idea because we've got a lot of rhythmic stuff already, like a lot. And, you know, you do want something to just sort of float over the top to kind of blend in, you know, otherwise you just, let's put 5 voices of stuff on there. Otherwise you're just flooding, you're flooding the senses. Okay. Who's Parker from the Thunderbirds? I have no idea who that is. Son of a bitch, get in there. Get in there, you bastards. There. And there, yeah, we got it. Oh god. Okay. Do we have anything yet? No, nothing. What if I hit play? There we go. Hi. Hello. Hi, Polyphony. I like you. You're nice. A little bit of stereosity. Now this boy needs to be drenched in reverb someplace. I mean, I guess we can just do it here. Yes, it absolutely is. In fact, I don't know if I would buy an endless processor without it. Because when you have that pitch control, dude, that's the game changer right there. You can make some really, really wild, cool effects with that at the very minimum. It's not exactly volt per octave, though, so be warned. If you expect to, like, do melodic sequences with it, you have to be very lucky. You'd be better off with a non-quantized sequencer, to be honest. Then you could probably do some really, really cool stuff with some careful tuning and tweaking. Let's talk modulation here. Okay, how about a third gamut repetitor rhythm? Could use that and throw it into an envelope here. That's not reversed and not 3 seconds long. I mean, it could be that, but that'd be weird. I just want a little tiny bit. This is going to be too much. Just that right there. And then a little tiny bit of 8-measure rise and fall. Yeah, and then you can take 2 pizza boxes when they're not folded, and you can fold them into one long pizza box, which is that's a fun one. That's real nice. I dig that. That's a nifty thing. Okay. We just need more parts. Mo parts, mo parts. That guy's going, those guys are going. We don't have a ton of parts left, to be completely honest. There's a lot of percussion in this. Problem is that I can't really use my melodizers. That's really annoying. That's really annoying, you know? I wonder if they would cope with a 16th note swung clock. I think I've done it before, or at least tried it before, and it just did not like it. It was not appreciative of the clock and the weirdness. But I am willing to try it again. So if we go and we give it a 16th note clock, and we went into our edit screen, and we went to page 8, and instead of that we put it here, and we got out of here. Now, if I go in and I swing this clock, is it going to be usable? Is it going to do a thing? I bet it's not. Well, let's find out though. Let's patch up at least a quick voice. We could do a stereo thing and just do like Shark Tooth in the other channel. That'd be kind of cool. And that just sounds like it's dumb. Square. With PWM? Why, yes, please. Short cable? Yes, please. Yeah, it is not happy with a swung clock, that's for sure. It's having a freak out. that's like synchronized with anything. No, it's like lagging behind right now. It's really weird. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, see, it just does not like to have a swung clock at all. I wonder if we did 24 parts per quarter note, if that would be a good thing. I don't know. Let's look at that shot. But see, that's not swung. Yeah, it's just not going to do it. It's really unfortunate. Okay, let's put it back onto just one because that's where it's the happiest. It's dumb. Okay. And I need to go in and make sure that the swing is turned off. None. Yeah. Flex operations. Well, that kind of sucks. It still might be a lot of fun to play with, just as a lead kind of a thing. You know what I mean? We'll keep it for now, and then let's add another part or maybe two. There's two left in the vector, so we can do a couple of things. One is kind of hardwired to the zcal dimension, and that's okay with me. Okay. Let's go into the sub mixer for this also, and I can boost it up by +6 decibels directly on the thing, which is nice because the zcal needs a little help. But what do we have it do? I do like my fifths parts. Could just do a fifths part with a cool rhythm. I mean, a lot of stuff in rhythm here. Let's put it on 16. So, and then we'll just kind of do gates. This might be really derpy. I think that's it. Pretty good. It's really unfortunate that Sea Legs doesn't like to deal with a swung clock either. Are there delays that work with that? Actually, it shouldn't matter. I should probably just give it a straight clock, but I don't know if I can differentiate that because, you know, it's doing a lot of things. Where is this guy getting clock? He is getting clock directly from there. Okay, I don't have any extra clock unless... We could do one thing. We could take the swing clock here that's going into the drum machine, or the drum sequencer, and put that up above. And then we can pull the drum clock from there and do that with it. Okay. Alright. And then take this clock and then this is the one going up to the top rack where everything is being sequenced with swing clock. But this one is going to Sea Legs, and I can make that straight. So let's do that. Turn off flex ops. And this little part that's going is not... It's not really even using the shuffle at all. It's just... It's only on, like, the off beats. Or the direct, like, on beats and stuff. So, it's just kind of surfing over the top of everything right now. Let's do chance of probability of rest on that last step. And then we'll switch it to odds. Okay. I think I'm about ready for jam time, to be completely honest. It's not going to be as long as normal because I'm only dealing with one lead sound, but we're just going to kind of chill with sounds for a while. 4N. Yeah. Okay. So let me rig up the video because everybody likes the video synth, right? And then we'll go to trippy, glowing, warming glow lights. Yeah, today's more about mood than complex chord changes. Although I did think about that. I probably should. I should set up a subsequence. Let's do that first. So I'm going to shut this guy down, and we're going to make this subsequence 4 parts. We're just going to go transpose. We're going to go up 5 to a fourth. Okay, now what I need to do is go through each of the other parts. So, part 3, chaka da chaka da chak chak chak. No, 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 that. Zinc. Then we'll go part 4, 2, 3, zinc. And then we'll go part 5, 1, 2, 3, zinc. Then we'll do all of these bitches. Sub 1, that one's already set up. Zook. Do I have anything in part 6? Yes, I do. Okay. That should do it. Alright, and now I've got all my transpositions based on one subsequence that I can just shut off when I need to. Let's do that. And then sync. Let me stop my clock. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 8 measures. I got to synchronize. Perfect. Cool. Do this. We do this. And we do this. Do this. Oh, hi. Oh, goodbye. Muting microphone. And that's where I'm going to leave it. But thanks for joining me. Hey. I liked that sound. That came out really cool. I was sort of surprised because it didn't start that way at all. Yeah. Anyways. Sunday. Ambient. Maybe I'll see you then. Hope you have a grand night and day tomorrow and entire rest of your life. Everything is great. Okay?